What's up, 10th Scale Squad? Happy Wednesday. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Wednesday Wrenchin'. And as always, before we get started, there is a couple things that I need to mention. One, um, the Arma Granite Voltage giveaway. It looks like that's going to be a thing. I said on the Arma Granite gets a brushless upgrade video that if that video got to 500 likes, that I would give away the truck on a live stream, and we're almost there. I think we're at like 480. So if you haven't gone and checked out that video and you haven't liked it and you think that's something that would be cool and you want to maybe get a chance to win that truck, go over and like that video. Also, a couple people have mentioned that they haven't been getting notifications for videos that are going live. So if you are one of those people, I guess let me know. And if I need to, I'll get in touch with YouTube and give them a hey, what's the deal? Um, but other than that, there's really cool, exciting stuff coming. For the first time ever, I don't think that there's any cars in the mail. All the stuff that I ordered over, at least for this month, everything is here. So I've got three vehicles that you have not seen on the channel yet, that you will see very, very soon, and they're pretty awesome. I'm excited about them, and I think you will be too. But we're not here to talk about videos that are in the future. We're here to wrench on stuff now. Now, if you were here last week, technical difficulties just ruled the day, and I was planning on doing some wrenching, but with the internet being weird and all that good stuff, it just didn't happen. So we just hung out and chatted RCs, which is always cool with me. But tonight, we're actually going to work on some stuff. So let's actually do it. This, of course, is the Red Cat Lightning. This is the one that did 43 mile an hour on its brushed setup. That was the competition that I had with OMGRC. And yeah, we actually tied. We both were able to get 43 mile an hour out of this thing. So I really think that's pretty close to the limits of this chassis, at least with a brushed setup. So maybe it's got more in it, but in that video, I absolutely melted the spur gear, so it's not going to go anywhere with one of those. So I got this. This is an aluminum, pretty heavy actually. This is from Hobby Park. It is a spur gear for the Volcano, Lightning, etc. So this will fit a bunch of different Red Cat vehicles. It's going to go in this one tonight. We're going to do it. Ethan is in the house. He's just off screen here. So if you guys have any questions or anything that I don't get to, he's gonna let me know. So I do have somewhat of an eye on the live chat that's happening, but it is kind of difficult to wrench and pay attention to everyone at the same time. So oh yeah, there's Ethan. So what's up, everyone? I see everyone. Hello, hello. Flying Fortress in the house. Georgia Fisherman, what's going on, man? Jessica, of course, is here. Matthew, what's up? What's up? Yeah. Willie, how's it going, dude? Lenny, Mod 1 Gears. Heck yeah, brother. We're going to do it. So, this thing is kind of long overdue. It's been sitting on my shelf since this summer, just waiting for me to fix it. So, these things are not the most fun vehicles to work on. But yeah, we're gonna do it.
We got
Um,
Jeff in the house.
Jeff, what's going on, dude? RC Addicts Garage, how's it going? And I look at that, I don't even have my screwdriver. So
Epic Shorty. A few new names I haven't quite seen. Willie Stevens, Lamborghini. I wish they made some good Lamborghini bodies.
Kyosho makes some pretty awesome. They had a deal with Lambo. Oh, and
Those
you
were
could
for
get
the
some.
mini Z's,
Yeah,
right?
for Mini
Yeah.
Z's, 1/28 scale.
I would love a 10 scale one.
Oh, jeez, this thing. Oh my gosh, that is hard.
Stuff got hot.
That is hard as nails. Yeah, it did.
Excuse
Oh
me.
my gosh, I'm gonna strip this dang thing. It got really hot. I'm willing to buy a drift car. Size max 110. Epic Shorty. I'm willing to buy a drift car. Size max 110. I wish it can be smaller, but I have no idea what to buy. Anyone has any recommendations, requirements? Brushless motor, easy to find parts, and fast. They make this chassis right here, the Red Cat Lightning. They make this with a brushless motor. I'm sure someone in the comments could probably tell you what the price of it is. I want to say it's like maybe 250 bucks. So pretty cheap for a brushless setup. That one is going to come with grip tires as opposed to drift tires. So drift tires are super cheap, and if you're really serious about drifting, you're going to go through them pretty quick anyway. So yeah, I would say Red Cat Lightning.
I
This
almost
is
need a second phone or tablet just for research purposes anymore.
right. Yeah.
A lot of people are getting
You sound like Adam Savage,
messages hidden.
freaking legend. Yeah, for real.
Maybe I want to get into Red Cat. This is not your channel. Shut the oh. What?
Whoa.
Wait.
Whoa. Is it getting spicy in the comments?
Okay, Jeff jumped on that one already.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, Adam Savage is an absolute legend. Adam Savage, I quote him all the time, not only in this hobby but in my professional job as well. He famously once said, "The most important thing about anything you build is the ability to take it apart." And I try and live my life that way, man. Well, it really is. Like, whatever you build, it's important that you're able to take it apart. And this screw is just, I don't want to say it's stripped, but dude, it might be stripped.
No bueno.
Yeah, no bueno indeed. That's the only one so far. I'm not going to say it's stripped. It's just crazy in there. I don't know.
I'm just
Oh, right on. Holy moly. Currently have X-Max 8S / two-wheel drive VXL with onboard audio. Heck yeah. And a mini e-Revo. But want to drift one too. I'll look for Red Cat. Which is the model you recommend? So if you're looking for a brushless one, I think it's called like the Red Cat Lightning EPX Pro, if I'm not mistaken. This is basically the cheaper brushed version of that. Personally, for drifting, I like a brushed motor over a brushless motor just because you have a lot better throttle response. And remember, when you're drifting, that throttle's gonna live between like 50 to 75% throttle. So, it's not like you're just gonna be going flat out all the time. And of course, a brushless motor is going to have a little bit more torque. And torque is what you want for drifting because you want to be able to break those tires loose and keep them spinning all the time. So that's just my opinion. Of course, you buy what makes you happy. Don't listen to me. I'm kind of a moron. I buy some pretty. I have a lot of crazy purchases that are made late night on eBay. Lord's Brewing. I have a few WL toys. The Fayu. Is that how you pronounce that? I do as well, my man. I've got a few videos on my channel of some WL toy stuff and the Fayu, however you pronounce it. Because I asked you guys what you wanted to see, and overwhelmingly, you guys wanted to see like budget stuff over like expensive stuff. Like I have an Arma Outcast 8S, and that video got like, I don't know, 2,000 views or something. But the WL toys got like 75,000. Pretty crazy. Oh my goodness. Man, I really got a torque on this thing. We might have to get some fire. Oh my gosh. Or I need a bigger screwdriver. Let me go grab a bigger screwdriver. I'll be right back, guys. Ethan, keep him occupied.
I'll do it. I'll do my best. Please stop the unsavory comments. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. I have never seen so many messages get knocked out this way. Is that laptop MSI? Um, no, it's actually just an Acer Razor, I believe. I'm not sure what he got. He just got something basic. Before COVID, we used to do some. He mainly hosted karaoke nights and needed a new laptop to run it, and I think this is where that one came from.
Okay. Everyone's still happy? I didn't lose any.
No, 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 no.
Is that an MSI Leopard? No. That is a, what is it? It is a
Acer
Acer Nitro 5 is what it is. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. There we go. Now it's coming out. It's always important to have the right tool for the job, you know? Oh.
Hound stuff. What's up with WL Toys? Seems like they are everywhere these days. Must be spending some big money on advertising, pushing product.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. They are definitely getting in touch with YouTubers like myself that, are in the hobby and, sending out sample units and they're being pretty aggressive with some of their sales. Like I found on Banggood, you could pick up the WL Toys 144001 for like $70, which is pretty outrageous for a four-wheel drive, buggy that is pretty quick out of the box. Yeah, I mean it's a hell of a deal, honestly. And I think the biggest reason that they are getting big is just because the quality of WL Toy stuff seems to be going up, and some quality of other name brands seems to be going down. Um, so, when you think about the equivalent, I actually have a video coming up that's going to kind of go into detail about this. Like a cheap, a cheap a cheap RC car versus like a really expensive RC car, and why one might be better than the other and why it might not be better than the other.
A lot of us lived in the Tyco days.
Yeah, 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 for
Where
sure.
even those things for being, I thought for toy grade were awesome for what they were back
Oh,
in the
I had
day.
all kinds of fun with some Tyco stuff.
But compared to what you're getting now with this new bright stuff and things like that at Walmart, for the price difference, I would so much rather spend my money on some WL toy stuff than
Oh yeah.
anything they have to offer in any, I guess, franchise stores these days.
Well, I mean there's a lot of people out there, especially if you're into like super scale stuff, like crawlers and things like that. There's a lot of Tyco stuff that is really scale. Like there's guys that go out and spend $100 on a 10 scale New Bright RC car just for the body.
Lord
Um,
Lord's Brewing said we didn't have Tyco, we had Nico in the U.S. or U.K.
oh, we had
That
that
was
too.
I actually think they were the same company,
Could
or
have
at one
been.
point they merged or something, if
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
could have been super similar. But yeah, we had that here for sure. I had a Nico boat. It was a Sea Ray. It was awesome.
I had I
I
had
wish I still
the
had it.
what was it, the Tyco, the Eliminator Turbo.
Right on.
Kenny had the tracked one, and he has the hovercraft still.
Yeah, that's
He
right.
still has that. Still runs.
Still
Still
has
works.
it.
Or no, he bought one. I think he found one. He had one, long gone, and found another one.
Uh huh.
Oh man,
That thing is cool though. Man, Tyco had some really cool stuff. Like I
they
remember there
did.
was one that had like really big tires, and if you rolled it, you could like still drive it upside down just because the tires were so big. I can't remember what it was called, but I'm sure so. I hope someone will remember that and let me know what the actual name of that thing was, because that thing was sick.
Oh, Jessica's on it. Turbo Tracks. Yes,
Turbo
that's
Tracks.
exactly what that was.
That's the tracked one.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it was.
Holy bejesus, this screw is in there too. My gosh.
I got given an HPI Rush Evo Nitro for free. It's old and never been used. If someone wants it, let me know. I'll ship it to you. I'd like someone to enjoy it.
Oh man,
Ooh.
that is tempting. But old Nitro stuff can be a
Ooh,
little bit of a
yeah.
nightmare. Nitro today is not the same as Nitro from
Yeah, same
15 years ago,
same tech, different parts.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
same process, I should say.
Yeah.
Definitely different tech. We love toys. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, Jessica.
Anthony's in the house. What's up, brother? Hey, did you get that video I sent you on Instagram of that Camaro going off-roading? That thing was awesome.
We picked up a Nico for Hummer body yesterday from thrift store for $5. Nice,
Oh,
barbecue.
score. Man, barbecue with that score. Barbecue's always got good stuff, man.
RC show off. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Never late.
Oh,
Always just in time.
Oh man, I am stripping that.
Lord's Brewing. I don't want any money for it. Somebody jump on that.
Yeah, for real.
It's gonna cost you a bit to have that shipped from the UK, but it's still free. So
Oh, he's in the UK?
Yes, he is.
Oh, right on. Right on. Secondhand store has some stuff a lot of times now. I saw that not eBay, not secondhand store, Goodwill. Goodwill has like online auctions and stuff. That's pretty crazy. You can go online and bid on stuff from Goodwill. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm just stripping this. You want to give her some, Ethan?
Ooh,
I'll hold it.
Me to give the beans, huh?
You give her the beans, I'll hold it.
So I'm the one that strips it.
That's right. That way I'm not liable. Don't step on the body. No money for it at all. Hot Wheels. Let's see here. Give her some. Push hard, brother. No?
No.
Oh, that is bad news. Bad news bears. That one will come out because that one's not going into aluminum.
Yeah.
That's just a body post.
Dang, oh dang.
Oh, and she's strippity doodah now, huh?
It only took one. I only broke it loose once.
Oh, come on.
Man.
Once is all it takes. Am I gonna have to take off the diff? I was really hoping to avoid that, but we might be there. The cool thing about Red Cat, they come with aluminum drive shafts. Are you paying attention, Kyosho? You paying attention, HPI?
Ooh,
Aluminum drive shaft from the factory. Come on. And this is way cheaper than those too.
Man, we in Rancho Cucamonga right now, man. Those are shots fired.
I have a channel, but I'm just really about beer. Right on. You can see my RC cars in the background of my live videos. Right on. Well, we are not in the 10 Skill Garage today. Usually you can see some good stuff on my shelf in the background of the live streams, but not today. We're on the back porch, man. Doing some back porch stuff.
Let's see. Show off. I did not get the video of the Camaro. I just checked.
Oh, Chris Vallone in the house. What's going on, brother? Glad you're here, man. Welcome, welcome. I would really like to come to New York in October. I really want to. I'm trying to one, justify it, and two, try and figure out how I'm going to get away from work for that long. Well, not for that long, but get away from work when, we're real busy. But man, I would love to come up there and do Volkswagen stuff. Because Volkswagen stuff is the coolest.
I like New York and Volkswagen stuff.
Yeah. Same.
21 and past midnight here. Woo!
Come on. Come on. Let's go. My goodness. This thing is just an absolute nightmare.
It's been nuked multiple times, though.
Yeah. This thing has gotten real hot. Real hot. In the video, it got so hot that it was like you couldn't even touch it, and I poured water on it. And some guy in the comments was like, "Never in all of my years have I ever seen anyone intentionally dump water on an RC." I was like, "Well, you know what? There's the first time for everything."
You should watch the video where we threw one in a pool.
Yeah, for real. Hey, man, if it can't get wet, it's not a good RC car, in my opinion.
It's true.
I like to play hard, you know? Hit that like button. Thanks, Jessica. You can hit the dislike button too. Sometimes I really truly earn a dislike. I get lots of mean comments, that's for sure. Oh, come on, for real? Why are you doing this to me? Guys, we might be in
deep trouble.
We might be in deep trouble here. This is just not. That's not the right size. That is the right size, but it's too short. And this is the right size.
Lordsbury says they wish they had a swear loudly button. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, for real.
That's no good.
Everybody all together. What the farts? Oh, no.
You biscuit eating bulldog.
For real.
Ooh, there's the Chris Grub again.
That's what happens when you overheat these things, man. That is a bummer. I really don't want to take the diff apart. It's not worth it. I might as well just get a new chassis. Start over. Dang it. Ugh. This thing's been through the ringer. The diffs are pretty well beat on it. Going 43 mile an hour on a brushed car is it's pretty hard on it, as it turns out.
How stuff says if it was a full size, this is where the torch comes out for some heat and get the breaker bar on it. Not sure if that works here.
Yeah, well, in previously, like in other times, like I'll get like a soldering iron and just hold the soldering iron, the tip of the soldering iron to a screw and just heat it up and heat it up and heat it up and break it loose. But of course, us doing back porch shenanigans, I don't think we're gonna be able to do that here. Dang, dude. All right, I'm gonna give it the old college try one more time here. I'm gonna give her the full wang dang. I'm gonna try and tighten it a bit, just to break it loose.
Oh lordy!
I can't tell if it's going or not. I think it might be. Oh no. She is done stripped, boy. Ah. That is a disappointment. This is 2 weeks in a row we've attempted to wrench on something and it just has not gone according to plans. Once because of technical difficulties and now because this stupid screw. Like, what the heck?
Dang old
freaking Red Cat's
Red Cats.
Let me down. I might just buy a new chassis, honestly, and swap over all the electronics and aftermarket goodies and start over. I might just shelve this one and let it be a trophy as to that time I almost won against Joe from OMGRC. I almost won. Oops, it's not the right screw at all.
Where we chuck it in the F bucket and buy an HPI.
For real? No, not buy an HPI. I already did that once. Drill the screw head and use pliers to back out the stem. Well,
yeah,
yeah, we could. The problem with that is that this is a plastic chassis, and I would much rather get like the carbon fiber chassis for these are on clearance right now at Red Cat. You can get a carbon fiber chassis for these for I think like maybe $70. Right? Wouldn't that be sweet? So a carbon fiber chassis for these is like $70, and I've got all the spare hardware to put this thing back together. Like I don't even need any of this hardware here. And yeah, that way we can get away from the plastic chassis. And if I got a new chassis or just a whole new car, it would come with new diffs, and these diffs are pretty thrashed, guys. These diffs are pretty thrashed. I mean, this thing was in nuclear meltdown
The thing
mode.
was a one and done girl, like three
Yeah, yeah,
times.
yeah. It was ungood.
It has been brought back from the dead a couple of times.
Yeah, we've gone through 3 motors in this thing, 2 ESCs, potentially a battery. That one battery that blew up, this was pretty much the last ride that that battery had.
I'm honestly surprised if we would have got another run out of these tires would have been gone. There would have been probably not much left of those.
Well, these tires were cheap. What's going on in the comments? Time for the drill. Yeah, well said. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah. Challenge him to something and we'll have to come to New York. Ha! Yeah, I was thinking about maybe calling out Valone's RC Hobby for an Arma Outcast 8S wheelies for distance competition. Who can do the longest wheelie? Because I've seen your videos, dude. I've seen your videos. I think I can ride a longer wheelie than that for sure, for sure. The Outcast. I just got the parts to put the Outcast 8S back together, so that is super duper exciting. TF. Hello from RC World Discord server. Join us. Right on. £2. That's like $100 in US. That's cool. Thank you very much, TF. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Is that the first donation?
That is the first
That
donation.
is the first donation.
The first donation. He's coming to get my brains. Anyway.
Ooh, it's right on your face.
Right.
That is awesome. I just noticed that.
Okay, you're on. Right on, yeah. So should we do a wheelies for distance challenge? Chris is up for it. I think.
Oh, yeah,
What's the parameters? How about wheelies for distance, and it has to be done by the 1 year anniversary of Tensko Garage, which is October 14th. That's a Wednesday. We're gonna live stream that day. So I expect to see your wheelie for distance submission by that day, Chris. What are the rules? Should just wheelies, stock
I
gearing?
don't know.
No, use any gearing you want. Any gearing you want. Put
Yeah.
whatever kind of gearing you want in it.
I think it's no hold barred. I think really all you need is just a second person for verification and somehow measurements. Because you'll have to measure it out somehow.
Yeah, we need to get one of those little distance measuring wheelie things.
Jessica Hyde is getting real here with some 1,400 feet or better.
1,400 feet or better? I don't know that we have 1,400 feet. That's a quarter mile.
I don't know what
That's over a quarter
I don't know
mile.
what the medicinal laws are there in Kentucky, but I think you had a little too much tonight.
Tim says you could Dremel out a slot in the screw and get it out with a flathead. I've done that. I've done that before, Tim. I've done that before.
I like Barbecue's idea: longest wheelie, no front tires. But
whoa, the stakes are high.
But there could be some damage done.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of a risk for Lawrence Brewing in it for 5.
Oh, thanks.
Great live guys, love the accent better than my man Kevin Talbot.
Ooh, shots fired! Shots fired! Lord's Brewing, thank you very much, brother.
Brewing might make my night.
5 pounds is the equivalent of I think like $500 US.
Yeah,
dude, I'm zombies eating my brains. Ah. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
thank you so
awesome.
much. Totally not necessary. You don't have to donate any money to me.
Jody says, "Can I use my kaiju for wheelies?" Jody, that thing wheelies.
Yeah.
Until you see the way this thing wheelies, it doesn't wheelie like that.
Yeah, Jody, you can absolutely be a part of the
wild, but yeah.
Flying Fortress. You can absolutely be a part of the competition. But dude, let me tell you, you're gonna have to put 6S on that thing, and you're gonna have to be in it to win it,
we're finally gonna have to 4S the granny and ride the wheelie bar for days.
I love Kev. Leg end. Kevin Talbot is a leg end. That is for sure.
TF says 5 pounds equals 636. Oh yeah, we knew it wasn't that high in case there was. The
The
sarcasm was missed on that
yeah,
one.
the fact of the matter is that the British pound is more valuable than the U.S.
Indeed it
dollar
is. Indeed
by
it
not a
is.
considerable margin, but it seems like it's getting worse all the time. Which way does this go? This way. Yeah. I don't know what I should do, guys. Should I get another chassis? Should I buy a carbon fiber chassis? Should I just stick this thing on the shelf and keep it as like a trophy as that one time I did 43 mile an hour in a brush setup? I know that may not sound like a lot, but has anyone else gone 43 mile an hour in a touring car chassis? I know pan cars can do that with little to no problem, but that was kind of a big deal for me. I was proud of that. Stick with the plastic chassis. You think so? It's a
No,
bit low at the moment, Brexit and all. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, I think no, I think we need that carbon. Like that's
The carbon fiber chassis.
there's just enough FU there that it has to happen. Like, why not?
Maybe I'll put a
That's so awesome.
maybe I'll put a poll up on the community. Maybe I'll put a poll up on the community forum, and you guys can vote. Should I upgrade the
Oh,
chassis? Should I stick it on the shelf? Should I stick with the plastic chassis and Dremel this thing out, which is what it's going to have to be, unfortunately.
we got
Um,
Douglas Spriggs in the house, by the way. I believe he's in Toledo.
oh,
So he's a
Douglas
Toledo guy.
from T Town, what's up, brother?
I got him. There's a Facebook post tonight of people asking about YouTube channel, so I posted it up, and here he is.
Oh, what's going on, dude? I
But
appreciate it.
he said basically if I don't put weight in the front of my truck, I cannot wheelie. On top of that, it flips over at like 65 mile an hour, so I don't know how fast it really is. Oh yeah,
Ooh.
we've been there, done that.
Does it have a wheelie bar? What truck are you talking about? What truck is this, or what
I'm
chassis? I
not
guess
sure. He also said I'll have to swap my Slash Electronics into my TTO2 and put a GPS on it and see how fast I can get it.
in a TTO2. Holy
Oh,
moly!
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Old like a Tamiya TTO2. I didn't know those chassis could go
Yeah,
that
that'd be wild.
fast.
Definitely don't want to skip over Lords. Hey, no problem at all. I have a brewery in the UK, and we were getting screwed by COVID and lost about 180,000 pounds this year so far.
Oof.
Need 50K to get to Feb, so what's five? Well, hey, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Hey, well,
Um,
I'll always try some UK beer too. Hint,
right.
hint.
Um, fun fact: I had a part-time job at a brewery until
Hashtag
this
COVID.
all this stuff happened. Um, and yeah, I miss it a lot, man. It was a lot of fun. Um, don't be fooled by the Bush Light. We are beer aficionados. We can get pretty snobby when it comes to beer. More so whiskey. I always tell people I like cheap beer and expensive whiskey,
I,
which is accurate,
man,
right?
whatever one's yours, I
Right.
can. Yep.
Cheap beer and expensive whiskey. That's what we're about here on 10th Scale
The
Garage.
women I can't afford.
The drinking problem, or the drinking problem.
The
The drinking
truth.
channel with an RC problem is basically what we are.
Well, we tried to spit it out. I guess that if there's a slogan, we just fit to it.
With a wheelie bar, two-wheel drive slash. I have a two-wheel drive slash, and it does not wheelie, but
I have huge. Jessica said I have huge rocks in my. Wait, what? I have huge rocks in my sandbar uh, barbecue. It may work or bust the bottom out.
what are we talking about? Boats?
Yeah, I was.
If you're talking about boats, now you're speaking my language. Not a lot of interest in boats on this channel. People were more interested in knowing whatever happened to Reese Knapp than they were wanting to see boats.
I
Which I get
mean,
it. Reese is awesome.
in this day and age, I have to respect that because there's a lot less love for people and a lot more love than things there shouldn't be. Boulders RCs don't mix. Yeah. Oh, she might. Okay, I understand what she was saying now. There is huge rocks at the sandbar. I'm guessing she runs at, so she may be able to run it or bust the bottom out of her. I don't know. I have I have ran my RCs into some pretty hefty things, and I have never broken a chassis yet.
Get this, 10 Skill Squad. Listen to this. Reese's 2. Reese's 2. What's up, Reese's 2? Thanks. Welcome to the 10 Skill Squad, my brother. Listen to this, 10 Skill Squad. Ethan has a Arma Granite that still has the stock A-arms on it. How is that possible? And he is not nice to that thing. Ethan is notorious for breaking everything. Stock A-arms on his Granite that's almost a year old. It's almost a year old.
And does like 55-mile-an-hour.
Yeah, and it is quick. It is quick. Yeah, but still running on the stock. I'm pretty sure I've replaced the A-arms on pretty much every Arma vehicle I have.
I have never broken an A-arm.
You're lucky, dude. Your time is gonna come. Your time is gonna come, and I'm gonna LOL. I have a lot of boats. Do you barbecue? I didn't know that. Maybe I did. I've got a few boats. I'm really into it. I'm no.
Jessica got me happy. She says Betty White, she's pretty. Yeah, I like old Betty White. Slash's upgraded motor in ESC with 4S can do standing backflip, but unfortunately, my buddy's fifth scale low C accelerates faster, but I can catch him in the top end. Man, you're just
Douglas Spriggs. Welcome. Thanks for the sub, bro. I appreciate it. Slash two-wheel drive slashes. I have a two-wheel drive slash. It is 4S capable, but I have never run anything other than 2S in it. But I did just order some new gears for it. Spoiler alert. But I don't know. It's my two. I bought it to have something to race two-wheel drive in at the racetrack. So it's not a basher. It is specifically set up for racing. So I don't know if that's something you guys are super into. If you're into racing, like dirt track racing, and the setup of those cars and how those cars run, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if that's something you're into or not. If it is, I guess let me know, and we can absolutely. I mean, we're at the racetrack every week. And we're gonna keep going to the racetrack for as long as we can until it snows or they invite us to never come back again. So we're gonna keep doing that because it is super fun. I enjoy racing a lot more than I really thought that I would, and I'm not very good at it. Like I'm not a great driver, but I still have a lot of fun.
Not to interrupt, Valone said, "Hey guys, I'm out. Have a good night. Gonna go practice my wheelies. Peace." Have a good night, man.
October 14th, whatever gearing you want, but it has to be the Outcast 8S. And text me later or something, man. We'll work out some deets. We gotta figure out what that prize money's gonna be.
Trying to catch up with some of these comments, dude.
We gotta figure out what the stakes are.
Let's see.
Steak.
And going back to fifth scale stuff real quick. Just for a laugh, since you're a Toledo boy, I'm sure you know my boy Carl over at Hidden Motorsports. I had bought one, and within days of owning it, we took it out, and me and Carl nuked the motor. Nuked it bad. It was totally worth it though, man. It was awesome.
Dunsky.
And then follow up. Yes, I'm a Toledo boy. If you ever see the gold VW GTI with fender flares and wide wheels rolling around, it's me.
Oh, yeah, because there's not a million GTIs with fender flares.
I was just going to say, not to be rude, but you still didn't narrow it down.
Said every GTI owner ever.
This is a whole different monster. Oh, yeah. Hallie here has a lot of multiple vehicles that are capable of well over 4S, and I have one vehicle that is capable of that, and it is insane. And like the Outcast is wild. Like ES is a lot.
There's so much emphasis on the number of S's that your rig has, and I have found that the number of S's that you're running in the car really is only a small part of the equation, right? So you can have 100 volts. I can run 100 volts through this thing, right? But there is a difference between volts and amps, clearly, and you have to have a motor and ESC setup that's and a chassis that is actually capable of putting that power down. For example, my Arma Outcast 8S, which is obviously brushless and runs on 8S, that is on the stock gearing. That is actually no faster than this brushed Red Cat Lightning touring car with wheels that are this big around versus the wheels on this car are the same size as the wheelie bar wheels on that Arma. So, you know, just throwing lots of voltage at a motor isn't always necessarily the recipe to go fast. It just isn't. It just isn't. Prove me wrong. Let's see. I've got a 96S car. I bet you do, Dan, and I bet it is the fastest thing ever.
That's what I said. Is it a
How many
Tesla?
volts would that
I
be,
said, is it a Tesla?
A Tesla? Yeah.
Honestly, I can't math that one.
How many? Yeah, how many volts would that be? That would be insane. Someone grab a calculator and do 3.7 times 96, and let us know what that would be. Insane, I'm guessing.
Let's see. Edwin Asper's good 60 amp ESC. You guys have good luck with that.
Hobbywing.
I knew that was
Hobbywing. The Hobbywing.
Yeah, Hobbywing.
The cheapest Max 10 system that you can buy from Hobbywing is just an incredible 60 amp.
You can
brushless.
Even get the 1060 BL for like $40.
This actually
Like
has
this.
a 60 amp ESC in it, and it's a Hobbywing, but it's brushed. I can't remember what the actual model.
He said a Leaf.
Oh, it's a 1060.
Not a Tesla, a Leaf.
A Leaf. Nice. This is a 1060 60 amp brushed ESC, and this thing is good for a lot of power. I mean, it went into nuclear meltdown mode, and it still works. Still works great, as a matter of fact. The motor went long before the ESC did. So yeah, Hobbywing, whether brushed or brushless, for a 60 amp, absolutely. I've had better luck with Hobbywing than like say Castle, like maybe a Sidewinder. That's just me personally. Obviously, do your research.
Well, I'd say, and I'll kind of back that up, and not to bash Castle and stuff like that, but I have seen a lot of guys burning their stuff up extremely quickly.
Well, with
I mean,
Castle?
with Castle, and
Yeah, the only Castle systems that I have are actually in, well, I think the UDR. I think technically that's a Castle system. If I think. Maybe someone in the comments, if you know more about UDRs than I do. I'm pretty sure that's a
the more
Castle
you say
system.
that, I think you're right.
And I really do baby that thing. I am pretty careful with it, and I also have Hobbywing. I have Castle systems in a few of my boats. I have Castle Marine ESCs, and those are liquid cooled, and I am very, very particular with them as well. So, um, yeah. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Castle brushless censored systems are really cool. I mean, Hobbywing, of course, has the axe, but that's still relatively new-ish. Castle's been doing censored brushless motors. I mean, look at any TLR buggy or truck out there competing, and you're probably going to find a Castle censored brushless motor in it.
Let's see. So, do you guys like Kev Talbot? I watch his videos.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to him.
For sure. Yeah, Kevin makes some great videos, and he's a character for sure. I mean, whether it's for better or for worse, he is entertaining, and that's what you gotta be on YouTube. You gotta be entertaining. I mean, if you think about it, there are some real pieces of work out there that I would not be friends with in real life, but they are entertaining to watch, and I'm sure we could probably all name a bunch. There are some that I have had to unsubscribe from because I just have dreams about strangling them. But yeah, love Kevin. He seems like a talented guy, and he's got some pretty cool toys, I must admit. I need to get paddle tires to handle it properly, but it's definitely fun to do. Cleaning the truck up afterwards is the worst part.
I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in the comments again. I kind of skipped over as he missed a couple of his other ones. He said
What are you putting paddle tires on? I'm sorry, you probably already mentioned it, but I wasn't paying
Actually, I don't think he did on that, but he said my buddy and I go tear up the beach at Maumee Bay a lot.
Oh, right on. Cool, man.
I said Douglas, I'm a bit of a sissy with sand. Sand chews up so much stuff.
Oh,
But
very true.
It really does. And he says I need to get paddle tires to handle it properly, but it's definitely fun to do. Cleaning the truck up afterwards is the worst part.
Here's the thing about paddle tires and beach cruising, okay? It's awesome if you have a dedicated car to do it. My suggestion is something that didn't cost a lot of money. Like I have a couple cars with paddle tires on it. One of them is the WL Toys
Oh, the
one two
Slash is
four
his
two
only
eight.
truck. Sorry.
Oh, Slash, that's your only truck? Ooh, boy. Yeah, dude.
Well, if you,
You
ever
should
want to come get spanked by some Losey's, boy, come see us.
you should really think about just having a dedicated basher that is inexpensive, parts are readily available, and if you get a bunch of sand in there and ruin a bearing, you're not going to be heartbroken about it, and you're not going to be out. You're not going to be out of going out and playing with your stuff because it's broken. You can grab your main rig and do it that way. Like I have an Arma Typhon, which is 4S now, and that's kind of like the all-purpose beater. It's got paddle tires on it. We run that thing in the snow. We run that thing in the dirt and the mud and yeah, and parts are cheap for it, and it didn't break the bank. And if I absolutely destroy it, which I've done a couple times, it can go sit on the shelf for a few weeks and no one cares. No one's hurt. Everybody's happy.
Jessica says a Slash can be anything, though, too. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
very
But
true.
until you're covered in sand, then you can only be two things: either a beach or a volleyball player.
Right.
The Slash is the basher, but that's because it's my favorite to drive between speed runs and beach runs, etc., etc. I tell you what, man, I was there. I was there on a dedicated, having 2, 3 RCs, and I play too much. I do too much stuff. It's not enough. I'm up to 14,
Oh, I
14
don't know.
13, 14 now, something, and
Yeah.
it's still not enough. I still need more to do more dedicated things like that because honestly, I probably only have one or two I would consider taking to a beach and just being like, yeah, let's play, and I don't care.
Yeah, totally agree. It's good to have a beater. Same with real cars. It's good to have a beater. I started the beer YouTube. I started I started in the beer YouTube world. Uh, a few I like to choke out. Yeah. One I probably will after lockdown. Hey, dude. I hope it's worth it. Slash is the basher, but that's because it's my favorite to drive between speed runs and beach runs, etc., etc. Yeah, my Slash drives really well. No complaints. I just had to literally change all the electronics and the chassis and the wheels. Yeah. Lords, LOL. Ooh, R34. My TTO2 is a 15. Oh, a 15 STI time attack. I've only got two RCs. Right on. I've seen those. There's a guy that I follow on Instagram that has a Subaru WRX STI. It's the bug-eyed version, and that's on a TTO2 chassis. And he's got rally tires on that thing, and he tears it up. TF, your friend talks a lot. Yeah, we both do. TF, that's what I'm here for. Yep. Slash seems super popular. There must be a reason for it. Yeah, I think Traxxas claims that it is the most popular, best-selling short course truck ever, and I believe it. I mean, who do you know that has a slash? You all know me. I have a slash. Recent app has a
I'm
slash.
the guy that's
Jody's got a slash.
the only person on earth that doesn't, I think.
Yeah, but you own a Traxxas.
That's true.
Traxxas will always be popular. Yep. I want a Mark IV GTI body for my TT02 so I can match my real car. Yeah, man. Let's see. I think they make that. I think they make that in a 190 millimeter body. I've seen him floating around on eBay before, but I couldn't tell you who makes it. But I've definitely seen them. They're cool. But I'm talking like Mark II. I think it was a Mark II GTI, which are the best GTIs in my opinion. Slaps was even used by Linus on his channel to do FPV with the steering wheel and gas pedal. Yeah, exactly. Yep, it sure was. We race slashes because you can always get parts. I have 2 slashes. Exactly. Yep, Jody's got a couple. Pretty much everyone that we race with runs slashes except for Ethan and I, who run Losi Tenacity TT Pros, and Ethan just dominates with them. I'm just not a good driver. Douglas, only one company currently. Oh, right. So you found them. You know what's up. I like the look of the Losi 10 scale short course truck with the fixture axle, but parts availability, etc., doesn't seem great. Yeah, so we're talking the Losi Tenacity, like the Rhino, or what are those called? The DBs? Not DBs, that's Dune Buggy. What are those called? The Tenacity, the one with the live rear axle and independent front suspension. They've got like the Black Rhino
The
version of
Baja
it.
Ray.
Baja Ray, thank you very much. Yeah, the Losi Baja Ray. That's definitely on the radar. It's definitely a radar for a future purchase. In fact, I recently got a short course truck with a solid rear axle and independent front suspension. So I own it. It is at my house. I plan to do a video with that hopefully by the end of this month. So if you're into the Baja Ray or independent rear or solid rear independent front axle stuff, it's going to be a good time. I've got a few chassis on that platform, and they are sweet. Ace Rig, can you answer my question? I absolutely can. That's your one question. Now it's answered. I'm teasing, man. Did I miss it? I'm really sorry if I did. Type it again, and I'll get to it. Jessica, LTG is something like that. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but yeah. Lords, I hate Euro cars. I have them, but I'm sick of them. I had a Mark II big bumper 16 valve. Oh boy, I've owned a few Volkswagens in my life. But yeah, I'm into some American cars, a lot of European cars. I own a Japanese car as well. Yeah, I have too many cars. Most of them European at the moment. What about the MT10 Red Cat? Yeah, so I had the TR MT10E back when Team Red Cat was a thing, and really solid platform, really durable chassis, lots of upgrades for it. I put a lot of upgrades on mine, and at the end, it was pretty much bulletproof. Yeah, I had a great time with that truck. I sold it to a buddy, which means that I can still drive it occasionally, which is good. But I sold it for a Creighton 4S. Better truck, more fun. I have more fun with the Creighton 4S than just about anything. What about the Kyosho FOXX, the Fox, front and rear axles? Yeah, those look pretty sweet. I know that Fresh Squeeze RC has one, or had one. I don't know if he still has it. But those things look like absolute rippers. And I believe those come with paddle tires from the factory, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's a Kyosho, so parts support might be a little bit of an issue. But yeah, I mean, they look really cool. You know, but if you're going to go solid rear axle or solid front and solid rear axle, like Rock Racer style, Red Cat Wendigo, absolutely pretty bulletproof. I love mine. It's awesome. I lost a servo in it. That's it. Or of course the Axial Wraith, which is a proven chassis. And you're going to be able to get parts for both the Red Cat and the Axial a lot easier than you will for the Kyosho. I just saw that they re-released it. It looks pretty sick. Chris Vallone, the guy that was in here earlier, the guy that also has an Outcast 8S, he is actually selling his TR MT10E. So if you're interested in one, he takes really good care of his stuff. You can actually buy the one that he had on his channel in some of his videos. It's the orange one, so it's pre-release, but yeah.
Douglas, Lords, I own 2B-dubs because I hate my life.
The easiest thing you've worked on? Ooh, must not be a VR6. I've never broken a bolt, knock on wood. Now the 04 Impreza I have, don't even get me started on that. Yeah, I like Subarus, but I would never want to own one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
really like them. Glad I don't own one.
I own one. I know one person that owns like an STI WRX that is not on their second, third, fourth motor,
Hmm.
and it's because he bought his new.
Ace Rig, I finally see your question. How do you link other receivers and transmitters to a Mega ESC? So I'm
No,
I'm pretty
I
sure I
don't.
understand what you're talking about. So you have, I'm assuming you have an Arma Mega vehicle, right? Um, with a Mega ESC. I'm thinking that's what you're talking about. If that is the case, you just take that little 3-wire extension lead from the ESC and you're going to plug that into channel 2 of your receiver. Doesn't matter what brand receiver you have, you're going to want to plug that into channel 2. A good rule of thumb when you're thinking about channels and what they do is channel 1 to turn, channel 2 to burn. 1 to turn, 2 to burn. So you will plug that ESC, you'll plug whatever ESC into channel 2 of your receiver. Then to actually bind a transmitter to a receiver, if that's what you're asking about specifically, there's a lot of different ways to do that. Usually it involves putting your transmitter in bind mode and then powering on your receiver in bind mode. Obviously you'll need to have an ESC plugged into the receiver to do that because it needs power. And then maybe you have to like stand on one leg and jump around and pat your stomach and rub your head at the same time, maybe something like that. But
Make sure you calibrate your ESC too.
Yep.
When you change out your receiver.
Yep, and then you'll need to recalibrate your ESC. They're all a little bit different, but there's lots of videos on YouTube on to how to do that. I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, I guess let me know, and I'll try and be more specific. And there's lots of other wisdom in this channel as well. Douglas says, "Oh yeah, he has two. Oh, Flying Fortress RC. I own a Japanese car. I love my Grasshopper. LOLOL. That's Chinese, dude. It's Chinese. Let's see. Do you think Traxxas would bring out a fixed rear axle car that doesn't cost as much or as big as the UDR? Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, with independent front, I don't know.
I don't know that there's a big enough market for it.
Yeah, I mean, the UDR is pretty much, I mean, that's pretty successful. So maybe they'll release something in like a 1/10 scale. But boy, I really don't know. Really don't know. There's a few out there. Axial Yeti, obviously the Losi, what's it called?
Actually, you know what? Flying Fortress is right. Tamiya is Japanese.
Are they?
Yeah, they are a Japanese.
Oh, I didn't know that. But they're still. Oh, like that comment I got today. Yeah, but I bet it's still built in China. I got schooled today on a comment. This guy was mad because I didn't know the difference between built in China and made in China. So apparently there's a difference, but whatever. Ace, there's no set button. I'm wondering if
there might not be because it's brushed. There might not be a whole lot of.
Yeah, you'll have to use a bind plug. If you're talking about the receiver that comes with most Arma Megas, back in the day they used to come with the Tactic radio system. Now they come with the Spectrum STX2s. And if you're talking about the STX2s, you'll need to use a bind plug. And I believe that's channel 3. I believe you put the bind plug in channel 3. You basically just short out the ground to the ground to signal wires. You just short that, and that puts it in bind mode, I believe, if that's what you're talking about. I hope so. Flying Fortress to me is Japanese. Yeah, whatever. Lord's Bruising Nissan 200SX, Ford RS Turbo, Mark III, Mark I, Sierra Cosworth, Saab. Nice. Oh, a Vigan. That's what they're called, right? The Vigan. That's like the special edition one. 9.3 turbo, I would imagine.
Something.
Impreza RS, Porsche 994. You have a Porsche 994, not a 944. That's pretty awesome. 323 E46. Ah, me too. I have a 325 though, E46 and more. Yep. Sweet, dude. I have a bunch of cars. I have a couple BMWs, a Miata, a Chevrolet shitbox that's like got no miles on it. LOL, says Jessica. Lord's Brewing. I now have a Volvo Polestar. Whoa, sweet, a V40. Dude, I love wagons.
Yeah.
Vauxhall Biturbo. Yeah, well, you need two turbos on a tiny little 1.6, don't you? 1.8T, overcomplicated, under-engineered. I had a 1.8T in my my Jetta. My Jetta was a 1.8T. It was a Wolfsburg edition, Mark III Volkswagen Jetta. It was awesome. Loved it. It's dead now. Jessica Hyde. It says bind. Yeah, I should say like channel 3/bind, or maybe channel 3 and bind are their own separate channels. I can't remember exactly. To be honest, I usually pull those radio systems out as soon as I get them.
Yeah, I did.
Those are sick. One of my friends I work with has an S60R that's built, and it's an amazing car. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend's mom's boyfriend. Did you get all that? My ex-girlfriend's mom had a boyfriend who had a Volvo. Oh shoot, I can't. I think it was a '93, and it had a single turbo 2J in it, and that thing was so crazy, so crazy. The noises that thing made was incredible. My Eclipse said assembled in Mexico in the door. Yeah, my Chevy HHR was assembled in Mexico, for sure. I have one of those Chevys, the box. That's funny. The receiver transmitter are bound. How do you calibrate with no menu or set button? Um, that is a good question. I can't remember right offhand, honestly. Yeah, you'd have to look it up in the manual. If it's a brushed, if it's the Mega, I wouldn't worry about programming it, man. I just plug it in and I just plug it in and go. Yeah, programming is more for like brushless systems, things like that. One of my VWs, one of my VWs is made in Mexico, the other in Germany. 1.8T is indeed overcomplicated, but I'd say pretty easy to work on though. I never really had to work on mine. Mine was perfect in every way. Yeah, I didn't really have to do much to it. I think it had like some aftermarket cam gears in it, new speed exhaust, B&M short throw shifter, iBox springs, the huge. I have a Passat wagon 1.8T. Sweet, man. I love wagons. Passat wagons are sweet.
Volkswagens in the house.
Right on. V-dub. That's my V-dub gang sign right there. V-dub. V-dub. Throwing up gang signs. Not bad engine, really. 1.8 turbo, 2-liter TFSI, mad power, much easier. Sounds like a sewing machine. Yeah, for sure. We have tiny diesels here. 1.6 bi-turbo, make 140 horsepower, 55 miles an hour, and it's 3.5 ton, 6-seat van. Nice. But we have big V8 powered vans here in America, so
That's true.
yeah. We even have like, I think Dodge makes like an RT version of the Grand Caravan. I think it has like a beefed up 318, if I'm not mistaken. Not a Hemi, but like a Magnum 318. And 318 is a legendary motor. I mean, not huge displacement, but people have made a boatload of power with them. I'm kind of a Mopar fan as well. yeah, we've been at it for over an hour, guys. So I could sit here and talk cars with you all day.
Oh, for sure.
Ethan
And
could as
night.
well. Yeah, I could chat with you all day and night about cars. E34 GTR, let's just say that that is the sickest of all sickness. And this one is pretty awesome. I really like it. Let me know what you think I should do with it. Should I fix it? Should I keep it on the shelf forever and ever? Should I get a carbon fiber chassis? And let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. And we just might do it. I'm not going to put a brushless system in it. So I will leave a poll on my YouTube channel either tonight or tomorrow or sometime, and you can let me know what you want to see, and then we'll do it. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, maybe you didn't see it, but remember the Arma Granite Voltage video. If you haven't checked that out, the brushless upgrade video on it, I think it's called like the Arma Granite Voltage gets a dirt cheap brushless upgrade. I'm going to give away that truck if it gets to 500 likes on the live stream on October 14th. So we're almost there. I think we're at like 480 maybe. So we're getting pretty close, guys. So if you haven't liked it, make sure you go over and do that if you think that's something you might be into. Or tell your friends, tell your grandma, hey grandma, go on YouTube and like this video, and we'll do it. So it's going to be one of you guys that's going to get the truck. So that's pretty exciting. And then you guys can destroy it as you see fit. Like I mentioned before, that you also may not have heard, there is nothing coming in the mail. I've got all the stuff in the mail, at least our new RC vehicles. Everything that I've ordered this month so far is here. So I'm sitting on a few vehicles that you have not seen on the channel, and I'm really excited to make videos about. I think that you are going to like most of them. One of them you may be like, that is ridiculous. But, ridiculousness is fun as well. So, yeah, I'm super looking forward to it. I'm going to hop back on here in the commentos and see what's. Oh, my goodness. I'm missing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Lords, I'm a GM man.
Crazy.
Anthony is as well. Fix it, he wants me to do. Okay, man, I'll fix it. I'll probably fix it. Make it a beast. Good night. I work for them. Yeah. Jessica, we have the Corvette plant here. Oh, yeah, they're in Kentucky.
Yep.
Good night, everyone. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time checking out the live stream, we do this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And usually we actually fix something. The last 2 weeks, this thing is just cursed for whatever reason, and it's still going home in pieces. But usually we actually do fix something. Next week, we are doing a lot of wrenching, and it's something that you guys haven't seen yet. And it's going to be good. It's been neglected for far too long. It's been sitting on my shelf in bits and pieces. So you're going to see that really, really, really soon. So tune in next Wednesday, and we'll actually get some wrenching done and walk out with a car that was dilapidated and hoopty, and it's going to roll out of here. Mark my words. I'm saying
right.
that it will be fixed and finished and in great shape when we leave. And it's going to be a car that you guys are going to be pretty stoked about, I think. I think you'll like it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you want daily content, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I'm rambling. Good night, guys. Thank you so much. We will